3.
Hello!
Hi!
So this vlog is a very exciting vlog. This is the start of our first ever frozen embryo transfer. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm looking at you.
So this is a bit of a secret vlog. Obviously at the point that you're seeing it, it will no longer be a secret. But we told everybody initially that we are going to be doing this at the back end of the year.
So you lied to everybody.
Told a few fibs.
We've
You've lied to everybody.
We've lied to
as
everybody.
much, which is not in our nature. However, this we just wanted to keep a little bit secret. So if you've watched the last episode, is that the word?
Yeah. Video.
We took you through the first and second round of our IVF journey so far. So we are very recently married, literally 4-5 weeks ago. It was very shiny.
It was a nice day.
It was a lovely
very
day.
nice day.
And yeah, we just got back off our honeymoon literally a couple of days ago, and we are about to begin, which is mad. So first ever frozen embryo transfer. Don't really know what to expect this time. It's very different to what we've done before, isn't it?
It's more hormones, and then they ring us up and tell us when they're going to do the transfer.
Yeah, so last time we were on the injections and it was about retrieving the eggs. Obviously at this point our little babies are already in the freezer. So just a reminder, we have 5 lovely little babies in the freezer. And this time the hormones are a little bit different. So still on estrogen but in tablet form. So I don't really know what to expect off that or how I'll feel off that. But we shall see. But yeah, I'll start on estrogen basically the first day of my cycle. Period, and then after 10 or so days we get called into care. They check a few things, don't they? Again, we're completely winging it at this point.
First timers.
Complete first timers, and see what's cracked. But the aim is to take you all through it, to vlog the process, and then at the end the idea is that we have our little baby. So excited!
Little baby.
So yeah, we'll take you through it.
Bye!
Just pulled up at Care Fertility for our first lining scan. I'm on my own today. Hol's had to go to an appointment with a grandma, and the times kind of just clash a little bit. So, but it's all good. But yeah, first, I mean, I've been rushing my tits off, like, to get here. Typical me, I were up at 5 o'clock and then left it till last half hour to get ready. And then what I know is a 40-minute journey. I left for 30 minutes. But I got here and they're running like an hour behind. So not ideal, but it gives me time to chill a bit and chat shit to you lot. So, but yeah, the plan today, or the aim today, is to go in and check my lining to check that it's thickening. They like it to be, like, from what I know, like above 7 to be in an ideal place for a transfer. It's just kind of a bit of an unknown today because, I mean, last time I had loads of scans, but I was pumped full of hormones. I had the injections. My lining's always been pretty good, but obviously I'm just on tablets at the minute, so I kind of don't really know how it'll go or what to expect. But yeah, hopefully it'll be fine and we can kind of go from there. So yeah, I'll see what's cracking, then I'll update you. So, just had my scan. I had this lovely lady called Emma. I've had her a few times, and I'm really every time I see someone that I know I've been to before, I'm like, thank God, because it's just other people seeing you Annie all the time, and you could just rather keep it to just a select few. Like, I'm good with that. So, but she's lovely. She always explains things properly. Anyway, it went well, which real relief with. My lining's at 10mm, and it has what's called a trilaminar endometrium, which means basically you can see 3 lines, which is good at this stage. So yeah, follicles, like, they have to look at your follicles, they look at your ovaries and your uterus and everything like that, just to check that everything's where it should be. And she were happy. So I'm surprised, but we've actually booked in our transfer for 7 days time, which is mad. I can't believe it. I've rung Hol. Obviously Hol's buzzing that we've this first bit's gone well. So the aim now is I just keep taking the tablets, and then in 2 days I keep taking the tablets, but I add in pessaries, which I can't be arsed with, to be honest, because they've got to go either in my wanny or up my bum. Don't know which I want to do yet. She said up your bum's a little bit less messier, so I was like, oh brilliant, maybe up my bum then. So we'll see how that goes, but I've got to have it in the morning, in the evening. Then I go back 2 days before the transfer to have a blood test for progesterone, if that's how you say it. They like it to be like 30 or above. If not, then they give you something. And then 2 days later transfer. So just keep cracking on for now. But I think next time we'll chat, it'll be blood test and then it'll be transfer. So yeah. Huh? Stop frowning.
I'm so wrinkly.
You're supposed to be happy.
I can't not frown.
You're happy?
Yeah, I am happy. Better be nice to my child while it's inside you. You better keep shoving them things up your bum too, on the dot, or I won't be happy.
Blood has just been done, has been taken at care. Progesterone levels, they said they're either gonna call us today.
Yeah, but if they call us, then we don't want them to call us.
We don't want them to call us. So basically they've said that they like the levels to be over 30. If it's lower than 30, then there's a couple of options. So if it's between 15 and 30, you can either have more pessaries,
Yeah.
up your bum, or you can have injections, but the injections are quite a bit more expensive because once you start them, you continue to take them, even after your transfer. If it's below 15, then
They might cancel the transfer or this cycle.
we'd be in a little bit of bother
But she
there.
said that's quite rare for them that happens. So
Yeah, so hopefully we won't hear from them, and then we'll see. But yeah, we don't yet have our time for our transfer in a couple of days' time. I think they bell us the day before, don't they? And then rules are a little bit different to egg collection. I can wear jewellery, I can wear makeup. It's quite a chill procedure, I think, from what I know. You go in, no perfume, no deodorant, nothing scented that can like affect the embryo. But other than that, I think you're in and out within 30 odd minutes, and at that point we will be what you class as pregnant. So yeah, hopefully we don't hear from care, but we'll update you if so. We're literally like just under 3 hours away from our first transfer, and I just keep getting these like wave of emotions, like I don't know how to feel. It's so exciting. I just can't believe that after everything so far, like 2 rounds of IVF, like we had the build up to the wedding, like it's here, and I'm nervous, but yeah, not long and we will be transferring the little M baby, so I can't wait. Go. Hello. Go. It's transfer day, transfer time. Sat outside care, so we are 40 minutes off going in for the appointment. I think we've got to be there like 15 minutes before, but we've got here a bit keen Jean. Been for a Nando's, psyched ourselves up, but yeah, I'm excited.
Nervous?
I'm nervous. I'm shitting it. I've been speaking to you and I'm like, when you read up on it, it says it's similar to a smear, but for me, like, my smears are horrific. And then I sent myself down a bit of a rabbit hole, didn't I, like in these IVF forums, like googling and painful transfers, and some people like in absolute agony, like excruciating, like worst experience. So I think I was feeling pretty chilled about it up until last night, and then just gone in a bit of a panic, haven't I? But Hol's like, don't worry.
Well, we've not done it before, have we? So it's like, we've not done it before. Like,
it's just the unknown.
Smears do hurt, but we've never done it before, so it is just the unknown.
But then everything I've read's like, smears should not be painful, they should be uncomfortable. So I feel like, is that an issue in itself? And then ages ago, back in January, I went to like a specialist, didn't I? And they were like querying endometriosis and stuff like that. And I think we've put that to the back of our mind, because in our head we knew that we were just going to go and try this transfer anyway. because the only way to like diagnose endometriosis is to do something called like a laparoscopy. And that in itself can cause complications. You might not even have it and you don't know till they go in. And then after you've had that, you can't try for so many months. So we just knew we wanted to crack on after the wedding, hence us being here. But then I think that's crept back into my mind because I'm thinking, well, is that why my smears are painful? And you just want it to go right, don't we? Like, we're just so, like, we're excited, but nervous, but scared, but...
Need to see how it goes on this one, and then at least we've got like a benchmark. But it's going to go well first time. We'll be fine.
It will. And we haven't updated you since the progesterone, so we didn't hear off care, which was good. Then I got an email with blood results on, and the progesterone was 78.
Yeah,
78.
70s,
so, yeah, 78. So that's good. Didn't need to take anything extra. I think they can say like it can't be too high. I think like the higher the better. Like I've seen people in 100s, 200s, but I will more than happily take 78. When I'm in there today, I'm going to ask, is it worth us buying more or taking more to help ourselves out? Don't know if I touched on it last time, but it's like important for like implantation and preventing early miscarriages, things like that. So it's pretty important. That's bang on. But it must have survived the thaw as well, because on our procedure it said if you don't hear from care on the day, then
no news is good news.
No news is good news. So little embryo must have survived the thaw, the warming process. So yeah, we shall see what happens. Hol's going to try and film when we're in there. We'll see if we can get anything from it. Hopefully it's not painful and we come out. And at that point, in the IVF world, they call it PUPO, which is pregnant until proven otherwise. You have to wait 2 weeks, do a test and see if it sticks, which the 2 weeks we're dreading more than anything.
It's going to be a long wait, isn't it?
A long wait. I know a lot of people test early, but I'm really like confident that we're not going to do that, because I just think you're putting yourself through
a lot of worry.
Shit twice, stress twice. Like if you test too early and it's negative, then you've then got to stress for another 4 days or whatever till you do it again. But I'm saying pregnant and staying pregnant, not pregnant until proven otherwise. Like, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it'll be good. So, yeah. See you soon.
Gotta find my way to you, even though you're...
So we realised we've not actually given you an update since the transfer, which was like a full week ago now, 7 days past the actual transfer. But just to kind of take you all through the procedures and kind of how it went down, I'll let you roll with that one.
It was a week ago now, so but it was pretty straightforward. We were in and out really. It was a bit like a smear, wasn't it? And they went into the lab and they got the embryo, and she was there ready with it. It was just like in this see-through tube, weren't it? Catheter. Yeah. And then it were like a smear. I think they used the same sort of equipment. And then the doctor there was a lady ultrasounding, and the doctor just placed it in, and we watched it on the ultrasound go in, didn't we?
She says that like it went right smooth.
Right. No, like you. I obviously can't comment on how it felt. That's for you to say.
I know. Last time, just before we went in, I was saying how I was worried about it hurting and not scare anyone. But for me, it was as bad as I thought it were going to be. Like I found it very, very, very painful. I think poor Holly's hand, like I squeezed it more than you can.
Squeeze it really.
God's helped me when it comes to childbirth, because I literally nearly broke her arm. But some people say it's fine and like it's probably the most comfortable part of the process. And then obviously, like I said, I've read others where they found it painful. For me, it were really uncomfortable. I think if we ever had to go through it again, I'd very much consider sedation. But it was weird, because once it were done, I didn't feel like I weren't in any pain. It was just whilst they were in, it was just awful, and then it was done.
Smears are uncomfortable, aren't they? But you found it.
Yeah.
Like I hate smear tests, but that's probably the closest thing you could describe it. It was rough, yeah. But then he said, I asked him whilst they were in dinner, like, am I being soft or is this normal? And he said people just have like different nerve endings, or like it can happen, like it does happen to some people, it doesn't happen to others. I said, does it mean that there's anything wrong inside? And he said, no, not necessarily. And that's when he said about the nerve endings, didn't he? Yeah, everyone's different, aren't they? Like,
so hopefully it was just that, and
differently.
it weren't like there was anything wrong that's gonna affect the implantation or whatever. So 7 days in, it's going slow.
It is going slow, isn't it?
Like we can't test until another 6-7 days time.
Yeah.
We're still very confident that we're not gonna test early.
Yeah, I think you just. I'm not even tempted to do it. I'm not tempted to do it just because I think you just. If they're telling you to do it when they're like they're the experts, aren't they? So we're just gonna wait till that day because I think you're just almost shooting yourself in the foot if you do it before.
Yeah. But I'm shitting it personally.
Yeah.
You said today, aren't you? Like you are. You're scared.
It is scary because obviously you don't want it to be a negative, and then it's having to deal with that. But we've not even spoke that on ourselves, have we? We always just
keep saying like, it's fine. Positive, like you know, in terms of kind of symptoms, it's hard to tell because the progesterone that I'm on can mimic pregnancy symptoms, so which is a bit cruel really. But it's like cramps, the fatigue's probably something that's been the worst thing. Like I'm so tired. I had a bit of a meltdown yesterday, day before.
What?
Crying, emotional, aggy.
Oh, you're like that all the time.
No.
It's not just yesterday.
No, but I'd probably say the last 2 days I've really felt it. Like yesterday I cried for a good hour. And I just feel like everything's a bit overwhelming. It's weird because I just feel emotional.
I'm waiting for another Applegate.
No, but it is. It's just a weird feeling. Like things are starting to get quite irritable. I am very, very like, I feel like I could cry at the drop of a hat. But I feel like during time of the month, I think it's just worse. But obviously that's the meds in themselves. So
like you don't know what you want either, eh? Like we had a starter in one place yesterday. Then we went to another place for me.
Yeah, and today we're going to Crowwood. We've booked like a night away for ourselves, which is our wedding venue, just for a bit of distraction. And we'll probably do the same. I'm terrible. If we're somewhere, we'll pick somewhere for a starter. We'll go somewhere for a main, somewhere else for a dessert, don't we?
It's always I don't know what I want you to decide.
But I was convinced I'd be like, I'm going to eat healthy all the way through it. I have not wanted anything remotely healthy, and then the next breath I'm like, oh, but I know I should be, but I just don't want it. Like I don't want salads, I don't want chicken, like I just want.
I like it saying it's just the hormones.
Yeah,
it's the
hormones. But I'm starting that a bit too early, I think.
Well,
but,
it all has. It's all you don't know, do you? Like you are taking a lot of tablets and different things.
Yeah, the meds. So. Yeah, that's where we're up to. So we'll try and film a little bit of Crowwood, see what we get up to, and then the next time we update will be the date that we actually test and find out whether we've got 2 lovely little lines. So yeah. Which is lovely.